Reacher, what to expect from Season 3 of Prime Video's hit series, alongside other Prime Video exclusive shows like Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, the gritty animated superhero show Invincible, and the live-action adaptation of The Wheel of Time. An action crime series called Reacher has climbed the ranks of being one of the streaming platform's most watched shows recently. Leaping out of the pages of author Lee Child's amazing Jack Reacher book line and starring Alan Ritchson in the leading role, the show has garnered quite a success story overnight. In the first season, which premiered on February 4, 2022, a former U.S. Army police officer came to save the small town of Margrave, Georgia, from a host of seedy individuals who wanted too much of their own way. Without much hesitation from the executives over on Prime Video, a second season was green-lit, which premiered 22 months later in December 2023. This time, the military strongman has to traverse into his past and reunite with his former unit member to find out who murdered one of their own and why. While Reacher keeps improving with time, despite the overuse of cliches in Season 2, the question that seems to be on everybody's mind is what we can expect from a third iteration. After all, the show has already run through the big fish in the small pond, as well as the past meets present tropes. When Ritchson discussed Season 3 and what the future holds for the show, the actor teased that neither his family nor his past plays a part this time around. Moreso, he said that the character of Jack Reacher would instead be thrown into new, big adventures. While that statement could be interpreted in many different ways, the former Titan star also mentioned classic Reacher stories would be an inspiration for the third season. As the character we see on the screen comes from Child's printed works, we might have to look at some of these to find out where the Prime Video series is headed. Considering the gritty selfie recently released to tease the third season, there is no question that Alan Ritchson will reprise his role as the no-frills hero. On the other hand, Reacher has 29 famous novels that could be adapted, 14 short stories, and a spin-off series consisting of 11 titles called the Jack Reacher Cases. Even with 2 of these, Killing Floor, the debut book which was retold in the first 8 episodes, and Bad Luck and Trouble, the 19th released in 2007, which was the motivation behind Season 2, being retold in the Prime Video series, there is still a lot left to choose from. With all that being said, we have to focus on the specific terms Ritchson used in the December interview, that the new episodes will come from the more vintage tales, and family and friends won't be in the forefront. Assuming classic means a time before the events of the second season took place, that leaves the first 10 Jack Reacher books published between 1997 and 2006. Take out Killing Floor, the first release, and there are 9. Considering that the 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 9th titles, Tripwire, Running Blind, Persuader, and One Shot, look into Reacher's past in some way, those are least likely, even though they would make compelling stories. Since the Season 2 finale sees Reacher leave his former military allies, hop on a bus to nowhere, and once again step into his self-proclaimed hobo persona, his future tends to lean towards the 6 possible titles. Prime Video's Reacher has become one of its flagship shows, drawing in fans of both the books by Lee Child and new viewers alike. With 2 successful seasons under its belt, anticipation is high for the 3rd installment. The story, built around the enigmatic and larger-than-life character Jack Reacher, played by Alan Ritchson, has captivated audiences with its blend of action, wit, and detective intrigue. As we gear up for Season 3, here's a look at what fans can expect from the next chapter in this gripping series. 1. Jack Reacher returns, a bigger and badder presence. Jack Reacher is the kind of character that's hard to forget. Standing tall at 6'5" and built like a human tank, Reacher is an unstoppable force, and Alan Ritchson embodies the role perfectly. His portrayal has been praised for capturing the raw physicality and intelligence of the character. Ritchson's Reacher is not just about brute strength, he's methodical, sharp, and always a step ahead of his opponents. Fans can expect this dynamic to continue in Season 3, with Ritchson further refining Reacher's mix of stoic calm and explosive action. After a thrilling Season 2, which saw Reacher tackling more dangerous foes and uncovering deep conspiracies, Season 3 is bound to up the stakes. Reacher is a drifter, a former military policeman with a code of honor. Wherever he goes, trouble follows, and that's precisely what makes the show so addictive. The beauty of Reacher is that he can appear in any town, take down any enemy, and then disappear without a trace. This nomadic, vigilante quality allows the show to take viewers to new locations and new conflicts in every season, keeping the narrative fresh and exciting. 2. A new storyline based on Lee Child's novels. The Reacher series is based on Lee Child's best-selling novels, and while it doesn't follow the books page for page, it remains deeply rooted in their themes and characters. Each season has taken inspiration from one of the novels, and fans are eager to know which books Season 3 will adapt. While Prime Video hasn't confirmed which novel will be the basis for the upcoming season, there's speculation that it could focus on one of the later books in the series, possibly The Enemy or One Shot. Both novels would be excellent choices, each offering a different flavor of Reacher's world. The Enemy takes a look back at Reacher's days as a military policeman, delving into his past in a way that would add depth to the character we've come to know. On the other hand, One Shot delivers a high-stakes thriller filled with conspiracy, hitmen, and courtroom drama, an angle that would create intense and unpredictable action sequences. Whatever novel is chosen, one thing is for sure. Season 3 will be full of twists, jaw-dropping action, and intense mystery. Reacher's methodical approach to problem-solving, combined with his explosive fighting skills, ensures every scene crackles with tension. Expect plenty of edge-of-your-seat moments as Reacher battles his way through new enemies. 3. New characters and formidable villains. Every season of Reacher introduces a host of new characters, both allies and adversaries. Season 3 will likely be no different. The series thrives on the quality of its villains, and casting the right actor to face off against Richardson's Reacher is crucial. Previous seasons have given us memorable antagonists with both brains and brawn, and Season 3 will no doubt raise the bar once again. One of the key elements that has made Reacher stand out is the grounded yet brutal action sequences. Unlike many action shows that rely heavily on flashy CGI, Reacher keeps its fight scenes gritty and realistic, with hand-to-hand combat that feels visceral and raw. Reacher's strategic mind always ensures he's several steps ahead, using his surroundings to his advantage. The fights are as much about brains as they are about brawn, and the upcoming season will undoubtedly see Reacher facing enemies who challenge him physically and mentally. In addition to the villains, fans can also expect new allies to join Reacher on his journey. Season 2 introduced some fan-favorite supporting characters, and it will be interesting to see who Reacher teams up with next. The series has done a great job at creating compelling side characters who complement Reacher's lone wolf persona, adding depth to the narrative without overshadowing the main protagonist. 4. Exploring Reacher's psyche. Is he a hero or anti-hero? One of the most fascinating aspects of Reacher as a character is the ambiguity surrounding his moral compass. Is he a hero? Or is he an anti-hero who takes justice into his own hands without regard for the rules? This complexity makes Reacher compelling, and Season 3 is likely to explore this side of his character even further. Reacher's strong sense of justice often leads him into situations where he must make tough decisions, sometimes crossing the line to achieve his goals. Season 3 could delve deeper into the internal struggles he faces as he grapples with his own moral code. Reacher is a man of few words, but his actions speak volumes, and watching him navigate the gray areas of justice will add layers to the show's narrative. 5. More of what fans love: action, mystery, and humor. Ultimately, fans can expect Season 3 of Reacher to deliver more of what has made